Time flies, then.
Oh, I didn't realize we hit the record button. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 44. Did we say 44?
44.
44. This is the Best Day Ever Crafting podcast, and it's where we come to you to share with you what we've been up to in our crafting world, our crafting journey, and we thank you for being here. Let's see. Before we get into the making, we will discuss some admin. Our make-along is still going strong. We are in week 19.
Yes.
Week 19 of the Confidence and Hope make-along that we started when the pandemic hit, and it's going really well. So we have a prize winner for week 18, and I think you have that.
Yes. So random number generator selected number 20, post 20, and that post comes to us from, her name is Donna. How did I miss her Ravelry name? Hold on.
Okay.
Donna from Peachtree City, Georgia. Her Ravelry name is Nitsta.
Okay.
And the prompt was, I believe, to tell us how this make-along has inspired you or
helped
has provided like a sense of community.
Yes.
For you
during
this time. So so Donna responded, and her reply was, your podcast has helped me to feel more connected because our fiber group can no longer meet in person. I miss my fiber friends, and I miss being inspired by all the creativity they bring when we meet. Your podcast allows me to feel a part of the friendship that the two of you share. I enjoy your warm and friendly chatter, and I've started sewing a bit, which gives my hands a break from all the knitting/crochet I do.
Awesome. Yay. What a wonderful post.
Yes, that was awesome.
Very nice.
So, and the prize for that, I have it here ready to go to the post office, was the Home Row Fiber Co. little notions pouch, a Home Row Fiber Co. enamel pin, which glows in the dark, and a Home Row Fiber Co. greeting card that has a really wonderful words of encouragement for makers, stitchers. And I have one behind me on my wall, so I'm also providing you with a frame to do the same. You can
very nice
for someone as a greeting card, but you can also embellish your craft space with it as a frame. So Donna, thank you for your comment, and glad that we've inspired you and you inspire us. So send me a private message here on Ravelry, including your full name and shipping address, and I'll get this right out to you.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Donna.
Congratulations.
So we have a prize for week 19, and this prize was generously donated by a viewer. She sent me a message on Instagram and told me that she happened to be the recipient of some yarn from someone's estate, and if she wanted me to send, if it was okay if she sent me some. And so of course I said yes. So these two here are two of the skeins that she sent. They're
Wow.
really pretty. It's like a berry and a navy. It's 100% merino and it's a DK weight. And it's dyed by Mama Llama. I looked her up and I don't believe she's dying anymore, but this apparently came from the Wool Girl Oz Club, Flying Monk, and maybe the color is Flying Monkeys. It's 67 grams, but it doesn't say what the yardage is. So I'm guessing they're at least about 100 yards each. So the winner will be receiving this as well as this really cute tin. We received these a few months back, and this was the one we had left over. And this was also donated by a podcast viewer, Annetta. And this was made by FireflyNotesOnline.com. And she is in Richmond, British Columbia. And it's really cute because you always need these little notions cases to go in your project bags. And you're also going to receive one of the pins that was donated from Mars of the Hey Brownberry podcast. And it says, okay, the tag is covering up the pin. One of her yarn on board pins.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm. So the question prompt for this week is, I feel like we kind of asked this or a variation of it, but I'm going to ask it again. What is one of your go-to projects? I'm assuming you're watching this podcast because you're a prolific maker and you like to delve in different crafts. And I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes, like, I always have to be making something, but sometimes I get stuck. I don't know exactly what I want to make next. But usually I can go to hats. So hats is like a go-to. I can just find a pattern and pick one out. As a matter of fact, I'm about to cast on for one tonight. And I'll talk more about that when we get into the acquisitions. I'm going to be casting on for a Ricky hat.
Oh, wow.
That's one of my favorite go-to patterns. So what is your favorite either pattern or craft? Or what's like your favorite go-to thing when all else fails and you just can't think of anything else?
That's a good prompt.
Okay.
Yep.
All righty. And as usual, I will create a thread in the Ravelry group for you to place your answers there. You're welcome to leave them on the YouTube channel, but we're only drawing prizes from the Ravelry group. So it'll be named Confidence and Hope Make Along Week 19. And just go in there and post your answers. And we'll draw a prize next week.
Yay.
And speaking of next week.
Next week.
Wow. Marks week 20 of the Confidence and Hope Make Along. Can you believe it? We've been shut in for over, I won't say shut in, but we've been dealing with this pandemic for over 5 months.
We've been sheltering in place, social distancing, wearing masks, being considerate of others consciously every single day.
Yes.
For 5 months.
Yes.
Short of being able to be out and about, I think some good has come out. Like I said, we've been consciously aware and considerate of others. Hopefully, we have been.
Yeah, exactly.
For 5 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So again, what that looks like is different for everybody, depending on where you are. If you're a frontline, healthcare worker or something similar, it takes on a whole new meaning. If you have kids, it takes on a whole new meaning. If you were already dealing with some, difficult issue, it takes on a whole new meaning. So it's just, for everyone, it's been a huge adjustment one way or another. So, but we're making our way through, literally making our way through, just making and
we are making on with confidence and hope through all crisis.
Mm-hmm. Yes, which is the purpose of this make along. So We thought, since next, we say all that to say, since it's next week will be week 20, we're going to do a huge giveaway. Right now, the prize that we have, we talked about it before we hit the record button. The prize is valued at almost $100, and we might be adding a couple of more things to it, or we may draw for more than one name. So we'll talk about that as the week goes on. But stay tuned for a really, really big giveaway. And thank you to everyone who has generously donated to the podcast. We truly, truly appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much.
Yep.
Yep. So what are you wearing?
I am wearing my Wilder gown, but the top version.
Mm-hmm.
I finished this in a virtual class taught by Christine Haynes. Mm-hmm. She's a sewing pattern designer.
Yes.
She's the designer behind the Lottie dress. If you know, I've worn it, the Lottie dress before. It's just like a shift. It's just a plain shift dress. This is not her design, but she taught an excellent class. It was a 3-day virtual class. Mm-hmm. And I chose the top version because this was stash fabric and I only had 2 yards and I wanted to use the fabric. So it's a top. It just comes just to my hip. And I'm wearing it with just a little knit skirt that I made as well. And it's a cotton lawn fabric, so it's really light and breezy. And it was really easy to make. I love the, ruffle or the gather here. I can wear it, different ways.
Right.
I will make it again. I will probably go up a size. I mean, it's okay, but I would like it a little more, a little looser. And you have a picture of the pattern, right?
I do. Mm-hmm. So there it is.
Yep. And I think the next one I make will be the tunic length. I'm not ready for the dress, the 3 tiers, but I am ready to try it with that tier.
Okay. That's view number 2.
Yes, view 2.
So you're wearing view 1. Next, you're going to do view 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm wearing.
Okay. I love this pattern. I've got so many different variations of fabric to make this. I got to figure out. And I like to make it before the summer ends, so we'll see. I'm wearing another dress number 1 as a tunic. I'll stand up. So this is the one I made out of an African Ankara print. And I can't remember the name of the Etsy shop, but if you really want to know where I got it from, let me know. That's pretty much it. And I have on my exercise pants under it because I'm going walking after the podcast. So yeah, this is my first time putting this one on today. And I put it on and I say, wow, this is my favorite yet. Every time I make one, I feel like it's my favorite.
It's really pretty.
It's really pretty. I love it.
So where does it come to your knee?
This one comes to my upper thigh.
Okay.
This is the one I only had like two yards of this print. So I just made it as long as I could with what I had left. And I have enough left where I can do some face masks.
And what kind of binding did you do?
I used a purple, see that purple right there? Like a purple marble. No, this was a purple batik, cotton batik.
That's pretty.
Yep, I think I have some more of that left over too. Oh yeah, this was the first one I did using Karen's technique.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, so I still have quite a bit of this left over for another project. Yep. So we're talking about Karen of the KD Gecko Knits podcast.
Yep.
Yep. So if you ever want to know about bias binding, she put together 2 really good YouTube videos because some people feel like they get a little bit stuck when it comes to making the bias binding. And of course, there's always more than one way of doing it. And I
More than
really
one
like
way.
her technique. So check her out for sure. All right. So let's get into what we've been working on this week. Finished objects in knit
Okay.
and crochet.
I have no finished objects.
Okay, I finished something. I finally finished my Aurealis sweater. And here she is.
Oh, look, you finished. Wow.
Yep.
You were working on that.
Was working on it. Yes. Let's see here. Let me pull up my pattern page so that
She's blocked and ready to wear.
I blocked it. I did not wet block it. You had shared something with me quite some time ago about you know how I like to steam block. So this is a combination of steam blocking and iron blocking. So remember you shared with me how you can just take an iron, not too hot, and just slightly, pull it over your color work to help the stitches relax. So that worked out really, really well.
Good.
I finished it last night, but I knew I didn't have enough time to wet block it and have to dry by today. So that worked out really, really well.
It's really, really pretty.
So I got the steam, and then I got the, just the heat of the iron really helped to smooth out the colorwork stitches. So I knit this with Plucky Sweater, and the main color is Modern Vintage. It's like a greenish, with a little bit of blue, but more so green. And Yarn Hero Fiber Arts Color Mix DK is what I use for the color work. And I think it turned out really, really well. It's slightly cropped. It comes, I would say right at my belly button is where it comes to. The sleeves come maybe about midway, because as you can see, the sleeves kind of hit like where the yoke ends, and the yoke is pretty deep. So even though it's short sleeve, you get pretty good coverage with the sleeves, which is good. I did bind off with the Color Mix DK, just to give a little bit more color on the sleeves as well as on the bottom.
Oh, look.
Mm-hmm. And I elongated the ribbing by about maybe a half an inch. The pattern called for you to go down to about a 4, but I didn't want that blousing look at the end. I like when my sweaters just hang. I don't want them to cinch in. So I just went down 1 needle size, and I think that worked out really well. Yeah, so glad it's done. And I woke up this morning, and I don't know what made me think of this, but I kind of went into a panic because I was like, oh, this is like, we're almost in the middle of August. So there's only like 1 more month of summer left. And then it's going to get cold. I don't know why that was so distressing to me. I don't know, maybe for a lot of reasons. But
yeah,
this summer is moving on despite everything. So anyway, yeah, in a couple months, I'll be able to wear it.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. So very, very pleased with it. Yep. So that's it for me in finished objects.
That's a big finish.
Yeah. Yep. I'm glad to have that off of the needles.
Yeah, that's a big finish. Okay, so I have no finished objects. I do have a whip.
Okay.
I mentioned last episode or before that I had picked up a test knit for Amba O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on that. Flash. It's really
pretty.
It's coming along.
Mm-hmm.
I think the test knit ends Tuesday, so hopefully I'll go as far as I can.
Right.
But I'm enjoying the knit. The yarn is the Plucky Knitter Lodge Fingering, which is I guess a linen silk, maybe cotton merino blend, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm enjoying the yarn.
Nice.
And that's my only whip as far as knitting and crochet.
Right. Okay. I have one, well, you've seen it before, my sock that I've been working on. So I finished one of them. So it's like a half finished object, but it's still a whip. I decided to make them short socks.
Oh, that's cute.
Aren't they cute? Because I remember I went into a sock knitting slump for a minute, and I said, you know what I really need are shorty socks. Because all the other socks I've made are long, and sometimes you just need just something to cover your feet. Even when I'm hot, my feet are always cold, it seems like. So I said I was going to make me some shorty socks. So I got the knitting with this, and I said, you know what, I'm going to make this a shorty. That, and also this color combination is really unusual, as you can see. It's pretty, but it's different. I didn't know whether I wanted this for a whole sock going halfway up my leg.
Huh.
But I think as a shorty sock, it's really, really cute.
It is cute.
So I took your suggestion and I did do the heel in black, and I made sure that I finished, I bound off with the black on a black row. So that worked out good. And it allowed me to get one more row of that really pretty stripe in. So I've got 3 rows of that stripe going. And this yarn is from Coloring Book Yarns. And I wish I could tell you the color, but I think I threw away the tag. But it's super fun.
You think you threw the tag away?
I'm pretty sure. I was in here tidying up, and I got to like throwing away papers and things, and I'm pretty sure I threw it away. It might be in my stash though, so if it is, I'll update my my project page. Yeah, but I'm pretty pleased with this. It's a toe up. Started at the toe up. Did a true afterthought heel using the curvy Burby technique. I talk about it all the time. You don't have to do any picking up stitches with the way she does it. You never have a hole to worry about. And I just love it. And the black that I used, I feel like I've been working on this skein of black yarn, but through so many projects. It's just plucky primo fingering, and the color is Top Hat. So it's their black, but it worked out really well.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. And so I got sock number 2 going. And I was really diligent making sure I started in the same color with the other one. So I want to be a meticulous sock knitter like Denise of the Earth Tone Girls podcast. Her socks are so pretty. They're always just perfect. The stripes, they always start and end at the same time. I'm going to pick her brain on how she does that. But I actually had to break the yarn at the beginning of this because this pink was getting a bit too long, longer than this one. So I broke the yarn at about 7 rows and started in with the black. So hopefully they'll match. I mean, it's not a big deal if they don't, but it's nice when they do. And that's about it.
How long do you think you made your tube per se?
I usually stop at about oh, wait a minute, I'm about to answer a completely different question. Let me maybe I should get a tape measure or a ruler so I can tell you exactly. And of course I can't find my ruler. I would guesstimate maybe about 9 inches from here to here. And I put my heel in usually at about 6.5 inches is where I start putting in my afterthought heel. Because this is the part right where my ankle begins. So that's the measurement that I use. Yep. I think my foot where my ankle ends is maybe about 7 inches, but I do it a 1/2 inch shorter because I know when I block this, the stock is going to stretch out some. And I find that if I do it too long, then the socks are too long and floppy. So I just give myself a little bit of room. for them to stretch out, and it usually works out pretty good.
It's really cute.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. So this works out. I may have a ton of shorty socks in my future. They're so quick and easy. Yep.
Will you have a lot of yarn left over?
I think I will. I may even have about 50 grams left over if you want to play around with it. Let me see
If I
here.
could get a.
I didn't.
Wow, that's a lot of yarn.
That's a lot of yarn. Yeah.
So I'll try it.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you did,
maybe I'll do my toe.
Right.
In a solid and then go from there.
Exactly. Oh, we could be twinnies.
We could twin.
We could twin. Yeah. So many of our fabrics twin. Might as well. Might as well include the socks too. Yeah. Yep. So that's what I've been working on this week. Finishing my sweater and working on my socks. That's what I've been working on in knitting. No crochet this week.
Okay.
Yeah. So is it time to go into sewing and quilting already?
I think we're there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so, we're there.
Did you manage to get me sewing done, or did you take a break from 100 Acts of Sewing July?
Well, I did not take, I think I started losing steam the fourth week, the last week. And that's just how I felt. I lost some steam. Yeah. I had quite a few things in progress, but I just didn't finish up everything by the end of by the end of July.
Right.
So that didn't stop me. So I took this week to finish those things that I had started.
Okay, cool.
So I can show you those things.
Okay, show me all the things.
So I realized that dress number 1 still is my favorite, but I discovered shirt number 1, and now it's like my favorite.
I know, right? It's pretty awesome.
It's awesome because you can really, you can modify it. You can do a lot with it. Pretty. So this is the first one.
Oh.
This is a cotton, quilting cotton.
Oh, is that from the same maker who made the, with the dress?
This is this is Rashida Hale Coleman.
Yeah.
The Acoma collection.
Oh my goodness. We've had this conversation. I miss out on these collections.
Yes, we're going to get you.
I snoozed on that.
Yeah, I've still been thinking about that, but I think you have a good start.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the Acoma.
I love that.
So that's my first one.
Okay.
Then I have this one I had considered for more like a dressy.
Yeah.
This is a lawn.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And I thought I would wear that with my my pants number 1. I made those green ones.
Yes.
That were really cute. With, a pair of high heel, like a sandal, I could, like dress this up.
Absolutely.
So that was going to be part of my dress up.
Okay.
Week, but I didn't show anything. I didn't show anything last week.
You didn't, but that's okay.
So I'm going to have to do a really good post and close things out. So here's another one. Look.
Oh.
So, this matches
yes.
This matches my Ankara skirt.
Yes.
So it'll go into my waistband of my Ankara skirt.
Awesome.
And I think I would consider that dressy. I could wear this like to a wedding or something.
Absolutely. Yes.
And these were all ones that I had, I was still working on. And then my last one is a hat, but I thought this was really cute. I could see wearing this one with see, I hacked this one.
Oh my goodness. It's like a peplum.
It's a peplum.
Oh my word. I love that.
And I only had 2 yards of this fabric.
Really?
Yeah, so I worked it.
I love everything about it. The print, the way where you place the print in the center.
Yes.
It's
Turned
perfect.
out really, 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 really nice.
Did you intentionally do that?
Yeah, I did. I made sure I placed it on the fold,
Yes.
placed it
Yes.
on the fold. And actually, this has started out being like a tunic length.
Mm-hmm.
But once I attach the gather, I didn't have enough fabric to gather it.
Okay.
Because I had 2 yards, so I guess I had a half a yard.
Mm-hmm.
So it just wasn't that 18, that width. I needed more width to create more gathers. So what I did was I took that off, and then I cut that half yard in half, and that created more.
Yeah.
And then what I did was I have fewer gathers in the back. I didn't want it all bunched up in the back, so it's more relaxed in the back.
Yes.
And have more gather in the front.
Look at you.
And it would be, it would be really, really cute with like a really slim pencil skirt.
Absolutely. Is that like a mustard color? I can see a mustard color.
It's like a primary yellow.
Oh yes, if you can find
white sunshine yellow. So it's black, royal blue, white, and yellow.
Some yellow scuba knit and do a pencil skirt.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is perfection.
So yeah, those are my finishes. And I could see dressing this up. I could,
Absolutely.
I could see dressing this up. So these were all my ones that I didn't, finish for dressing.
Right.
I love how that turned out. The fabric, how it, because the card, you have to consider some of it. You have to consider the placement.
You definitely.
Of the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that closes out my 100 Acts of Sewing July.
You're gonna have to do a fashion show in your living room.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some pictures taken and make a post, because I feel like I just like wandered off into the sunset. I didn't post anything the final week or anything, but I will.
Yeah, it's all good.
I really enjoyed that.
I did
really enjoyed that.
I did too. Okay, well, I didn't sew anything this week, but I did play with some fabric. I was watching Craft House Magic, Ellie's podcast. I really, really enjoy her podcast so much. She just makes all the things, and I just love how much joy she gets out of the things she makes. So she, on her latest podcast, was talking about making wax fabric covers for bowls and other containers. And the first time I saw that done, Amy Beth of the Fat Squirrel Speaks podcast had done it maybe about a year ago. She had a bonus episode, and I always wanted to try it. But I guess it got on the back burner. So I watched Ellie last week, and the technique that she used seemed a lot more simpler than the one that Amy Beth had done. And I was like, man, I think I can do this. So I ordered some beeswax and gave it a shot. So these are the ones I made. The larger are about 12 by 12.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 4 of these. I thought I had 4, so maybe I only have 3 of the in the blue and white. And this is an card print that I got from Vicky, who's that clever Clementine. She had actually purchased this fabric at a thrift shop. And she posted it to Instagram, and I was like, what? You can find fabric in a thrift shop? And African print fabric? I was just all excited. So she sent it to me. And I've always been trying to figure out a project to make with it and just could never figure something out. So that's what I did with these. The only thing that I was disappointed with is that the color ran, as you can see. Not a deal breaker. They're still usable. Yeah, this was a lot more vibrant. I don't have a piece to show you, but it's fine.
So did the wax cause that or what?
No, I think that's the heat, just the heat and, as the wax liquefies and covers the fabric, I think it just allowed that dye to seep out because it's the blue dye. You can see where it's running a little bit. So it's not bad. It just makes it look.
I can't see it at all.
Really? Okay, good. So I'm a bit concerned because I was going to use these to cover, maybe use them as food, to cover bowls and have food in them, but I don't know, they may be okay. Maybe the dye has sealed it. I'll have to see, but the dye's not coming off on my hands.
So what do you use them for? What do you use them for?
You use them, so what happens when you do the technique is that it causes the cotton to become very stiff. And so you can use them as covers. Now I put one on one bowl and I put some twine around it because without the twine, it holds, but it's not as stiff as I would like it to be. And I've got quite a bit of wax on these. I was doing some research and apparently you can use some resin, some pine resin to mix in with the beeswax. And that's supposed to make it even stiffer, but I didn't have any pine resin, so I'll try that again. But if I really want this to be airtight, then I would have to put some type of a seal on it just to make sure it doesn't come off. But so that's the main reason I want to use it. To use it to cover bowls. Ray and I were looking in our cabinet we have so many bowls and no tops. I don't know what happens to the tops. So we would just say, we got to come up with some kind of solution because we'll buy a set and then we keep repeating the same process all over again. So we'll try these and see how they work. They're pretty. I think they're really pretty. I think they'll work. You can also use them to cover gifts. And if you have, like we all have so many, scraps of fabric left over.
How did you melt your wax?
So I did two techniques. So the one that Ellie talked about, you take a sheet pan, like a cookie sheet pan, and you cut out your squares, have a size you want them. You place the squares in the sheet pan, and then you cover the sheet pan with the beeswax pellets. And let me show you the ones that I bought. So these are the pellets that I purchased. And let me show you what they look like. So you just take these and you cover. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
You take those, and you don't have to cover the fabric completely because it's going to melt and it'll spread out. So you just cover it just moderately enough. And you put it in the oven. Put it in the oven and you wait for it to melt. And it melts like within 60 seconds. So once it melts, you take it out, take out the fabric, take the pan out of the oven. You can pick it up with a fork, but I use some tongs. And I just, hung it up in the air and just waved it until it dried. It dried up maybe in about 15 seconds or so.
So you cover like the fabric with a sheet of pellets?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you don't have to cover every single portion because it will melt and it will spread out. And it's kind of trial and error because the first time I did it using that method, I think I put too many on, so much so that I could take another piece of fabric that I'd already cut and put it on top of it. And I had enough beeswax to soak. through a second sheet of fabric. So you gotta, play around with the amounts. And the more wax you use, the stiffer the fabric is. You use a little bit of wax, you just have a little, it's stiff but not as stiff. But the more wax you use, the stiffer the fabrics become, and the more the more moldable they become. So the second technique is to have your ironing surface. You're going to put a towel. Right now, my ironing surface is the wool mat that I purchased. So you're going to cover that with a towel. And then on top of that, you're going to put a piece of parchment paper. Then you're going to put your fabric, and then you're going to put the pellets. And then you're going to put another piece of wax paper. So you're basically sandwiching in the fabric and the pellets between two pieces of wax, two pieces of parchment paper. And then you're going to iron over the parchment paper with the wax underneath, which makes the wax melt and spread through the fabric. So out of those two techniques, I think using the oven was the easiest and the simplest. So that was it. But it was enjoyable. And it was quick. It didn't take long at all.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't take long at all to do it. You can cut your fabric round if you prefer, rounder. You can be more precise with your measurements if you know exactly what you're going to be covering. They say you can use these to wrap up sandwiches, or say if you slice a lemon and you need something to put it in, as opposed to using plastic bags. They work well for this. Avocados, basically any produce that you got. So we'll give them a shot. I'm not going to use these just yet for food because I'm concerned about the dye. But these, I definitely will give it a shot. And you wash them with cool soap and water, not hot soap and water, because the hot, of course, will cause the wax to melt.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll see how this works out in the Bullock kitchen. I feel like I'm always struggling to keep things a certain way, living with 3 men. I don't know if this is going to catch on with them. I'm not supposed to do what with this, do what? So we'll see.
Use a lot of saran wrap or stuff now?
We use a lot of saran wrap, a lot of Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
It never bothered me before, but here lately, I just, I'll slice a lemon. I never use a lot of lemon without lemon water. So I'm slicing lemons every day. And I'll, put the rest in a Ziploc bag, put it in the refrigerator. And I use the lemon that night or the next day, and I'm throwing the bag away. I mean, it's just.
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think of just more earth-friendly ways for storage, and also just not to be so wasteful. A lot of times I don't throw away my fabrics, but I'm not using the scraps either. So it feels good to be able to find a use for.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
And like a rubber band sort of thing.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could get a big.
They have. They probably have a food friendly, like stretchy thing to go around for that purpose.
Yeah. And I mean, this works. It's not going to go anywhere. And I think if this was round, it would fit even better. I just have it on a basic round bowl.
And can you like crunch it up around the lip? You know what I mean? Will it?
That's a good idea. I might be able to do that, play around with it a little. But I'm really curious about that pine resin. If I can get it to be a little stiffer.
Actually needed to be a little stiffer?
I would like it to be a little stiffer. Yeah, this, like I said, this will do in the fridge. If it's something I'm going to get back to maybe the next
day.
It's not airtight, but with the tutorial that I looked at today, where the woman was using the pine resin, I mean, her fabrics were like sealed onto her bowl.
Oh wow!
Almost like saran wrap. So And apparently that's what the pine resin would do.
And it's Pine, pine?
Yeah, from the pine, like from the pine tree.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. So, and then one other thing I
Interesting.
want to research is, do I absolutely need to use, so there's with the beeswax on Amazon, there's a food grade, and then there's just a basic beeswax. So the one that I bought is just the basic that you can use to make like lip balms and other like cosmetic um, products. But beeswax is natural. It's a natural product anyway. So does it have to be food grade? Because I don't want to spend more for it if I don't have to. So yeah, and also I think these would make wonderful gifts.
Mm-hmm.
These would make really, really, especially if you know someone who's really, earth conscious. Like I have a friend who like my neighbor, he's just really, conscious of composting and just recycling. And I think he would love these. So I'm probably gonna
But
find.
if you make like little sandwich envelopes, make like little envelopes. So
Yes.
just sew them together. They could be raw edges, all
Mm-hmm.
that, and
Yes.
then
You
coat
can
them.
absolutely
You
do
could
that.
easily use them for your, to take your lunch in and
Mm-hmm.
all
Yeah,
that sort of
yeah,
thing.
because you can, as long as you're not putting like raw meat on it, it's definitely reusable. Definitely.
I
Yeah,
like that.
I
Hmm.
do too. And it was so, like I said, it was so quick. It was fun. This is a pound of the beeswax pellets. You have 16 ounces. I think it was about $8.
Did you
Okay.
wash your fabric before?
Um, Good question. This fabric, I believe, was washed because I used it in another project.
Uh,
This I did not wash, and clearly the person who from the thrift store did not wash it either. So I probably will not end up using these. I don't know. We'll see.
you can use them for something in your
That's
craft
what I'm
room,
thinking. Yeah.
I think.
I'm almost wondering if I get this stiff enough, could I even make like boxes or and one more thing I want to research is can you indeed sew with this? Because I don't want to mess up my needles and my sewing machine.
Oh yeah, before. I think you would do it that before.
Okay, so make the project and then wax it.
Yeah, because does it stick together? So if you have two pieces and when you do the waxing process, is it going to
Mhm.
stick together?
You mean when it dries?
Yes.
No, they don't stick together. They don't.
So yeah, if you had those two pieces, um, folded onto one another,
Mhm.
would they dry together?
They would dry together. They really do need to be like separate so they can
Okay.
dry on both sides. But again, I saw a
Does
tutorial
it
to.
feel really waxy or does it feel more like wax canvas or like the Ankara, like a really heavy Ankara? This
Yeah,
remember that some of the fabric, some of the African prints or the Ankara
yeah,
has more wax. It has a lot more wax.
yeah.
Does
It
it feel
feels
like that or can you feel the wax on it? Does it
you
feel
can.
waxy?
It does feel waxy. You can definitely feel, and then you can even see the wax on it.
No.
But it's not coming off on your hands, but you can definitely feel the residue on the fabric. So I don't know. I'm going to compare this to what the wax canvas feels like that I have up there too. Um, Hohi also did a, on her channel some time ago. She did a tutorial on waxing canvas, making your own wax canvas.
Right.
Um, for sewing, for using it for sewing projects. So maybe you could. I mean, if that works, then talk about being on to something. So yep. So again, these are just with the beeswax, but there are other ways of doing it and other additions you can make to make them a lot stronger too. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll probably play around with this some more this week and see what else I can come up with. I was trying to explain the whole process to Ray, and he wasn't getting it. So he was like, we're going to do what now? So, we'll see. We'll see how that works out.
I like that.
I do too. So thank you, Ellie. Thank you for sharing that. And if you're interested, just do some research, go on YouTube, because like we always say, it's always more than one way of doing it. And if you've done it before, then let me know what your experience was and what method you like better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
So that was part of our sewing and quilting segment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's all I have in sewing and quilting. My other things are cut out and ready to be sewn.
You still sewing?
Yeah.
I need to get started on the baby quilt. So
yeah.
I'm planning to start that this weekend.
Cool.
Like I said, I wanted to finish up all my 100 acts of sewing July. I did want to squeeze in one more thing, but it's like, okay, just you'll get back to it. So I really need to get this quilt going. So that's what I'll be starting next.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I just found a fabric. Anyways.
You what?
The Akoma.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, it's called the metallic duafe. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's the symbol for the comb.
Mm-hmm.
The comb, I think, is the symbol for grooming, and I have to look that up.
You're finding the gold one?
Yes, the gold is really pretty.
Yeah, I have that too. Oh, that's what I was going to use the Akoma, that collection, for our patchwork project. Because I have so many of, like half yards of that. Different ones.
Did you get a bundle? Like I had, this whole collection is beautiful.
You know what? I don't know how, but you know what else is part of that Akoma? Is that one I showed you? Remember the one with the, where is it? The ladies?
Yeah.
That fabric I had gotten, I think, did I show it last week?
Oh, that's a part of the Akoma collection?
That's part of it too, yeah.
So is this the ladies with the
yeah, the different
with the faces, or the tall ladies with the
tall ladies, the slender ladies.
I see it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Yep, I see it right here. Yep, I'm gonna.
This is, see, here we go. I showed it last week, but you're seeing it now. You see, I had the orange and white.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, you're seeing this one.
Mm-hmm. I see that. Yep.
And then there's some metallic ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's the navy and gold. And then I have the natural in gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the ladies. So yeah, that was this. I got these half yards to add to my, because I want to do a patchwork something.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Oh my goodness. So Fat Quarter Shop has it.
Yes. I think that may have been where I got some of it.
Okay. Okay.
Because Miss Crafty one, remember, she made her dress number 1 out of this.
Is that what that was?
Yes. And I was like, well, we're going to be 20, because I knew it was from the same collection. So I made, the opposite, the natural with the orange.
Yeah.
The twin. So I'm going to have to tag her when I post my shirt number 1.
This whole collection is beautiful. I love the teal wildflower is also beautiful. Okay, we're not going to shop during the podcast.
It's not the shopping hour.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So next up is, before we get into dream making, I've paper crafting. So I've still been playing with the Cricut and the iPad and Procreate, and I actually made a few sticker packs this week. So I'll just run through these real quick. that's one. So these are some flowers I drew in Procreate when I first got the app. This was another tutorial that I did.
Oh, wow.
These are all stickers.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to give a name for this, and this would be like a wellness pack, because I love how light and airy the flowers are, how peaceful they look. And I love that little saying, in this moment, I am well. I'm always saying that to myself whenever I get to feeling anxious, and you know me. And here is another one. These are little cacti in a pot.
Those are cute.
And the little saying is, home is where the plants are.
Oh.
For the plant lovers. Love my plants. And these are some more watercolor flowers that I did. Turned out pretty good. More watercolor flowers. This is one night I was up late, couldn't sleep, so I was just drawing away, and figured out how to turn them into stickers. And there's another set. I thought this would be nice to so again, I plan on using these in my planner. And so I said, well, let me just make some little bullets that would match most of the flowers. So that's what those are on the side.
And they all cut out.
They all cut out. I was overthinking how to do it on the Cricut. There's one right there. How to do it. It was so simple. It's just a matter of choosing a shape, which is the circle, and flattening it, which turns it into a sticker. It was simple as that. As a matter of fact, you didn't even have to flatten it because every shape is a cut. It just defaults to a cut on the machine. So I just had to just duplicate. And then once I got a row, I would attach them together and then just duplicate that row. And it was really simple. When we're able to get together, I'm going to show you. You're going to see how.
Yeah, we're going to have to go through that because
And then this is the final one. Same flowers I showed in the first one. I just reduced them down a little bit. I probably wouldn't make this one again because these tiny flowers, unless I would have to redo the cut line on the tiny ones because I was a bit too precise and the machine just has to work too hard to go around all those tiny leaves. So I'll just make the cut lines. If I do them this small, make the cut lines a little smaller the next time. Yeah.
What blade is it using?
It's using the standard fine point blade. I was concerned that I needed another blade, and I was about to buy another one, but I think the problem was, again, some of the images that I created, I was making the cut line just too many jagged points. I just need to work on making the cut line smoother, and also my mat was needed to be cleaned. Right. I had so much. I had fabric and I don't know what was on it. So I did another YouTube tutorial. How do you clean your Cricut mat? And it was so simple.
How do you clean them?
Hot water, detergent, like a soap, like a dish detergent, and a sponge that's got like a scrubby on the back.
Right. Not abrasive, but just scrubby.
Just a scrubby. And I was very gentle, but firm. If that makes any sense.
It took all the residue off.
Yeah. You want me to show you? It's pretty amazing.
It's like new.
Yes, it's like new. And what really annoys me is that yesterday I ordered some more mats before I washed this one. I wish you could have seen what it looked like before.
Oh, wow. No, I know how they easily get.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I don't know what I did with the clear cover to this one. So I just put this one between two other mats to make sure it stays clean.
Yeah, stuff, it gets to the point where, the paper or whatever the medium is that stick. I'm at some of mine, I'm like trying to washi tape the corners and it's like, I need to clean mine up.
Yeah, just hot water. And then I was like, oh, was clean, but it's not going to be sticky. I tell you, when this thing dried, now I'm struggling to get the paper off of it. That's just how sticky.
Yeah.
It's like it's brand new all over.
Huh.
So if anybody has a Cricut, the mats aren't expensive. So I am kind of glad I bought more because I'll definitely be doing a lot more of this. I will be using them, but they're definitely washable.
Yay, that's good to know.
Yes, very good to know. Oh, there's my cover. It's so clear I couldn't tell. It's sitting right here on the table. Yep, so having a lot of fun with that. I got a new printer, my very own printer in my craft room. Ray set it up for me last night. It's a really nice printer. Didn't pay a lot of money for it. I didn't want like too economy, but I didn't want the top of the line either, so I got somewhere in the middle. And I'm very pleased with it.
Good. Is it what model, what make?
It is an HP NB 6000, I believe. Yeah. So now I'll be experimenting with some different sticker paper and just comparing quality and which ones I like more.
What about your ink though? Does it require
so
colors?
yes, it definitely requires color, of course, color and black and white. I purchased the printer and I purchased another set of ink cartridges. And I also got on the monthly ink plan, which I think will work out really well. So it's connected to Wi-Fi, so it knows when I'm about to run up.
Huh.
And when I signed up for the monthly, it's only like $5 a month. So it's $5 a month. They send you the ink no matter how much. So I think I signed up for like 100 pages a month. And I know I'm not going to print 100 pages a month. So $4.99 a month. And the first 2 months are free. So we'll see how that works out. But now I don't have to run to one room. I'm here at my desk, the printer's in another room. So when I print something, it's good for steps, but not very efficient. So it's nice having a printer right here in the room with me. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it for paper crafting. I do want to make some cards. That's on my radar. I want to be able to send cards and little things and gifts to friends. Try to keep everybody's spirits lifted. Yep. So I'll be doing that in the next few weeks as well. Yep.
Cool. Okay, so what about our dream making?
You go. What do you have in dream making?
Dream making. So
is this everything in sewing and knitting?
Yeah, dream making, right? So I'm starting a baby quilt this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my quilting. Sewing, I want to make a skirt number 1.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And I really want to try the dress number 3. So I might get that in, but that's not immediate. This weekend, I'm definitely starting that quilt this weekend. I got to get that going.
Okay.
So I still have some sewing that I'd like to get. Dress number 3, a skirt what is that? Skirt number 1?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And hopefully I'll be able to wrap up my spring and summer attire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Haven't started planning. So you sent a message. Who was that? Was that Seamwork?
Seamwork.com. Mm-hmm.
Seamwork.com. And what was it? A wardrobe building?
Yes.
3-week course on wardrobe building.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where you plan, you're sewing.
Yes. So you're not doing any sewing for the 3 weeks, you're basically creating a wardrobe. It prompts you to think about what you enjoy wearing. And then I think 1 week is dedicated to colors. So you're going to pick a color palette so that the clothes you choose, everything will be able to work together. And I forget what the other segment is, but it's basically a course to help you, to guide you through creating a wardrobe. And I think I could use that because sometimes I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm like a squirrel. Oh, look, there's a net. I'm all over the place, and that's okay. But I definitely want to be more intentional about what I'm making. Making things that I absolutely love to wear.
So are you going to participate?
I'm going to try to. I'm already a Scene Work member. You have to be a Scene Work member to join, but I believe the membership is half price up until at least to the weekend. So I think membership is what, like $10 a month, something like that. And with that membership, you get, patterns, lots of support, fabric discounts. So it's a great resource. There's a lot of good stuff on scenework.com. And I love that they're size inclusive as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I can do it at my own pace,
Yeah. I need to read up on it just a little bit more.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. My knitting is just calling. I feel like I've just tossed it aside.
Well, unfortunately, we're not an octopus. We don't have 8 hands.
I wish I had at least 2 more sets.
I know.
Yeah. What else? Dream making. Oh, so Jacqueline C. had a call for test knitters. So of course she reaches out to her already,
yes, makers.
already have test knit for her before. So she has 2 sweaters that she had a call for. So I was like, oh yeah, I just felt like I was throwing my name in the hat.
Right.
So of course I got my welcome email today for one of the sweaters. So I'll be stash diving for that and casting that on. So that'll be one of my dream making projects. It's a sport weight sweater, and I'm doing a crop version. So
yeah. Fun. Okay, cool. Awesome.
So that's my dream making.
That's a lot. That
a
sounds
quilt.
Like I know. Yeah.
A quilt and a test knit.
Okay. Cool. I haven't really thought much about my dream making, but I do still have these 2 quilt tops. One is looking at me down here that I need to finish up. So I would like to get at least one of those pieced together in the next couple of weeks. I too would love to do a dress number 3. I even have the fabric already. Where's my fabric?
Where is it? Are you looking at it?
I was looking at, yes, I'm looking at it. You want to see it? Yeah, I think I showed it to you before. I created a little space on one of my shelves for future projects, so it would just be right before me,
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah,
look, that's pretty.
Yeah, I thought I showed this to you after the podcast movie, but this is a double gauze that I ordered. I can't even remember where I ordered it from, but I thought this would be a stunning dress number 3.
That's really pretty. And speaking of dress number 3, do you get the Stitch Sew Shop? Do you get their newsletter?
I think I do.
Because Donna She made a dress number 3 and she did some
Mhm.
mods to it.
Ooh.
She did like a gathered,
Uh-huh.
with gathers, and she changed the V to a scoop neck, and she
Ooh.
put some ruffle. She did like a ruffle, which you like that sleeve,
Yeah.
with a ruffle,
Yes.
and it's really pretty. She made hers in I think a Rifle Paper and Company. I forgot what collection, but it's the one with the butterflies,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really pretty. So that when I had been thinking about number 3, but when I saw that newsletter this morning, I was like, yes, I need to definitely make a
Yeah.
dress number 3.
I think what's going to happen, the only thing that has made me hesitate on it is because it is, and even Grace from Beyond Measure UK mentioned this, that it's oversized.
Huh.
So, and I don't want it to be. And I remember when I did the wearable muslin a few years back of the dress number 3, and I just didn't like it because it was just it had no shape. It just hung.
Huh.
But now seeing what Grace did to her dress number 3, where she put the elastic shirring,
Right.
so that's an option. And then with the sleeve option would be amazing.
Oh yeah, and Donna also, so you know how it's has a seam in the middle. She didn't
Mm-hmm.
do the seam. She omitted that as well.
Okay,
It's
okay.
really pretty. It's really pretty.
I love
Um,
that.
yeah, I'm not sure about fabric though. So it needs to be something, I guess, kind of drapey, huh?
Yeah, it definitely needs to be something drapey and thin. Mhm. Like a roll would be beautiful.
So an Ankara won't work. A cotton print won't work.
It,
I
it
guess.
depends on what look you're. If you use a car wax print, it's not going to flow. It's going to
Right,
be. It could be stunning. It could be just. It really could be pretty, but it just depends on what look you're looking for.
right.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
just think I would just spontaneously combust if I used it because it's a long dress and that all that fabric. I think I would just. There's nowhere for the air to come in.
Oh my gosh. So it's below the knee.
Yes.
Longer, is it more to below the calf?
Um, on you, it might be. So you may want to make some adjustments. It's a pretty long dress.
Oh, okay.
And there's slits on the side too. So,
I think she made hers shorter. She may have
oh,
modified hers as
let
well.
me take a peek at that. I definitely want to take a peek at that. I wish I had my dress number 3. Let me see. I may have it
Yeah,
right here.
what fabric did you use for the dress number 3? I don't remember that.
No, did I know you then? Maybe I did know you.
What?
I'm trying to think.
I known you all your life. What you talking about?
Oh my God, you sound like Ray.
Dress, come on, the dress number 3.
3. Where's my dress
When
number
do
3?
you think you made that, like when?
It was a long time ago. You know what? This is the pattern piece where the instructions is beyond me. I try to be so organized, and sometimes it doesn't.
You organize yourself right out of knowing where
Exactly.
anything is. I know. I
Probably have the instructions in another pack. But anyway, I wish you'll have yours handy. I wanted folks to see what it looks like. You know what? Let me pull it up since we're talking about it.
Yeah, where do you have it posted?
Dress number 3?
Uh-huh. You took a
What?
picture?
Oh no, I didn't even take a picture of it. I threw it in the trash.
What? You you really didn't like it.
So you can see a silhouette of what the dress number 3 looks like. So it can be shapely. See how it kind of has a curve, like at the very under the arm. I think it's all about the size you choose, though. So I'm gonna, read the sizing really carefully. I'm gonna measure the pieces. I'm gonna measure myself, and it's got to be, big enough to be able to fit over and slide down. But I just don't want it oversized.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do think this black and white would be Really pretty. So that's a dream.
I like that.
And like I would say, summer's getting away, so I need to get this done.
Yeah, it shouldn't take you long, right?
No, shouldn't take long at all. Not at all. Yep, so that's on the radar. I do want to make the Wilder gown. I have a couple of pieces of fabric set aside for that also. I want to make the long version.
You're going to make the long version?
Yeah, I want to make the long version. Now, my piece is here, but I got a couple of other pieces under it. Let me see if I can slide it. Oh, whew, that was easy. Okay. So this is one piece I'm considering doing the Wilder gown with. This is also a cotton gauze.
It's gauze? That's pretty.
I showed you another, like a fall winter option I was looking at, but this is, if I could squeeze this out for the summer, I think that would be so pretty. See how sheer it is?
That's pretty.
Isn't it pretty? This was a steal from Joann's also.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? It was. I think I got 5 yards. I had plenty to make the full dress. Yeah, so that's one dream make. And I've been getting the urge to stitch. So I was looking through my embroidery, and I think I want to start this.
Oh, that's pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
So
I'd like to start this. It's not a big project. Well, that's the size of the hoop. It's a full kit. I think a needle probably comes in here too. This is from it's French. I can't read it. I think this was, remember when Wanda sent us the link? Was this during Maryland Sheep of Wool Week? Remember Wanda sent us a link to the embroidery shop? Because, she's all things embroidery.
Yeah, she's an embroiderer.
Was it Very Busy Monkey? Does that sound familiar?
Very Busy.
Or Busy Monkey?
That is one.
Yeah, I'm almost sure that's where I got this from.
Is it? Yeah, something monkey.
Yeah. So
you ordered that?
I tackled this. Yeah, I think I can get this one done. This will be good. Stick this in the kitchen. That'll be fun. Pretty. So other than that, and I want to make a Ricky hat. And when we get into Stashquisitions, I'll show you what yarn I'm going to be using for that.
All righty then.
Yep.
So,
okay.
Is that it for dream making?
Yeah, that's it.
So now we're ready for Stashquisitions. So you want to go first?
I just put a strawberry in my mouth. You go ahead.
Okay, so what do I have for Stashquisitions? Oh, I got some patterns from Joann's, $1.99, McCall. I'm going into baby mode. My niece is expecting her first baby, and it's a girl.
Oh my goodness.
So I figured this would be a cute little staple. It has like little bloomers. It has it with a little, jumper.
Wow.
And then I really wanted to, just have to make like little leggings.
Yes.
Her name is going to be Zora. So little Zora will be sporting some little leggings and little t-shirts.
Very cute.
I can't wait.
So exciting.
This is another.
I love
it. And I like it because it's like raglan.
Right. Look at those ruffled sleeves. What number is that?
This is what number is this? 7742. M7742.
Okay.
I really like E. He has got the long puffy sleeves.
Uh-huh. Very
Got
nice.
that one. And I have been looking at this. I will at some point make a jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have that one. I
You
love it.
have this one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would love to make a jumpsuit.
I would love to make a jumpsuit. And then I thought this one was cute. I won't wear it off the shoulder, but I like the shape of the dress.
Yes. You know,
Um,
I think,
I wouldn't have to wear it off the shoulder.
yeah. I always talk about Brittany J. Jones and her YouTube channel. I think she did a sew along for that.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I'm almost sure she did because she did hers in a cotton gauze and it was so pretty.
And I love the way this one with the waist, the wide belt.
Yeah, I think that's
I
the
love that.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Huh. So I got those, and I got some, what do we call this? Snuggle. I think this is called snuggle prints.
Okay.
Baby prints. It's like a light, flannel. I got to make baby Zora some burp cloths and receiving, like blankets.
Oh, yes. So pretty. Oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna work on these too. I need to get over to Joann's and get just some solid backings. But I'm gonna start and see where I get with what I have here before I go out buying anything else.
Right. Those are super quick baby gifts.
And then my fabric haul from Joann's, which is upholstery fabric can make beautiful garments.
Absolutely.
So this was an upholstery fabric that I had been seeing in that store forever. And it's linen.
That is gorgeous.
So I think this would make a really pretty Wilder gown.
Yes, it would. It's sheer, but it's not too sheer.
It's not. I think it would be okay.
It would be. Yes, it would. It'd be perfect.
So
good thing about those upholstery or those home decor whatever they call them, they're usually really wide. Sometimes up to like 60.
Oh yeah, they're 60. Yeah, they're about at least 58 to 60. And of course, these were on clearance.
Right.
So, and when I looked at the tag, I was like, okay, what color? And it was black. So it was 80% off. So this was like $2 and something a yard.
Wow. I taught you well.
And then this one, this was like you said, home decor. I guess, upholstery, but yeah, home decor fabric. And this one to me is kind of linen-like. And it has the embroidered, stars on it.
So nice.
And this one was like, I think this one was like $1.87 a yard after it did its 80% off. So I may have gotten, I wanted 5 yards of each, but seemed like when she, put it through the measure thing, it was like pieced together. So I just, the first piece, I didn't have her re-measure it. So I got like 4.5 yards of each.
Wow.
So yes.
So exciting. That's the best. So
what you got?
I received, let's see, what should I show first? Okay. I want to make a Ricky hat, and I know I have plenty of DK weight yarn here, but Rochelle of Queen's Yarn Boutique has been flashing skeins of yarn on her Instagram page, tempting me. So she posted a color last week, and when I went to her website, it was gone already. So I was browsing around and I came across this pretty color called roasted. I was like, yeah, but I really don't need it, so I'm not gonna go. And then I gave in to temptation. Anyway, I did pick up the skein of roasted.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
And if this base, I don't know, it's 100% superwash merino. It is so plump and squishy.
It looks squishy.
Oh, yes. So I'm going to cake this up and this will be my Ricky hat.
Wow.
Isn't that going to be pretty?
Yes. Can't
So
wait
let
to
me
see
show
that.
you. I don't know whether you guys know what the Ricky hat looks like. If you don't, I think everybody needs to
Yeah, you
make
should make a
one.
Ricky hat.
Here we go. This is an oldie but goodie from 2011.
Uh-huh.
How adorable. It's just a perfect slouch, no matter how your hair, you have a lot of hair, no hair, it's just perfect. It's loose fitting, but it never falls off. It's just perfect. And it's a fun knit, super easy, fun knit. So
That'll be really pretty.
my Rickies. Yep. So I picked that up. And then, we're always gushing over our good friend Roz Knits, who's very talented. And she's always had her Etsy shop, but she added bags to her Etsy shop. So I picked up one of her bags.
Whoa.
Isn't that nice?
That is so cute.
So Roz Knits, ROZ Knits on Etsy. So look at the workmanship. Look at those little grommets.
That's too cute.
I love the hardware, little suede zipper pull. I love the fabric. I love the lining. It's got like a Greek mythology lining.
Wow. And a little slip.
And got little pockets. So this could be a wallet. I was going to do it as a notions pouch, but I'm like, you know what? I could easily take this. Could be like a purse. Just put my ID and all other important, things in and just run out to the doctor or to the store. It's perfect and so well made.
Well, we know she can do all the things.
Covers, yes. Yeah. So very nice, Roz. I just need a bigger one to as a project.
I'm getting ready to go on Etsy now.
Just saying. Should I continue?
Go ahead.
Then I picked up another bag from the Creatrix. We've talked about Sharon of the Creatrix. This is another one of her bags I picked up last year, some time ago. And Sharon reached out to me last week and offered one of this style of bag to you guys as a giveaway. So we're going to be sharing this in the very near future. Not this particular bag, but this style.
One like it.
And Sharon specializes in unique bags. So it's rare to find more than one of a bag. She uses vintage fabrics. So I picked this one up. I could probably get a pair of socks in here as a project bag. More likely I would use it as a notions pouch, but I just fell in love.
Really pretty. I love that fabric.
Yes. And she included a little suede zipper pull, which is really cool, I thought. Yeah, and I love it. I love it so much. So thank you, Sharon. This is from the Creatrix. And I will link to it in the show notes. I will work very hard to do show notes this week. I did not do them last week because I just was too busy. I just could not catch a break. So hopefully we'll get them done this week. But again, there will always be a thread for the show notes, even if I don't get to do them. So if you have a question about something, post it there. And someone posted a question in the thread this week, and another viewer was kind enough to answer it. So if someone asks a question and you know the answer, feel free to go off just to answer it. That's great, actually. Yeah.
All righty.
What
Um,
else you got?
so you know how things just pop in your feed on Instagram?
I've never had that happen.
No? Well, one
Yeah,
Saturday
that's
morning,
all the time.
is it Gavriella? Have you ever heard of Gavriella Makes?
No.
Yes, she's a beautiful maker.
Hmm.
She is a knitwear designer
Okay.
and she naturally dyes yarn.
Gabriella makes.
Gavriella, 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 Gavriella.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
And so I followed her feed onto her, link to her hellogabriella.com, where I
Yeah.
found beautiful yarn and patterns, knitting patterns, stitch markers, embroidery patterns. So I was like, okay, so first,
Her feed is beautiful.
isn't it beautiful? Her color, I mean, yeah, it's really pretty. So at first I was drawn to I was initially drawn to her embroidery patterns,
Mm-hmm.
which is this is one, the mini floral,
Oh, that's
and
beautiful.
that's a free PDF.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, oh, I like this one too. The embroidery floral, this one is considered a floral pack. It contains more than one. Well, it must contain these two. So I purchased this one,
Oh,
PDF,
nice.
downloads. And just when I thought I was done, I was like, oh, let me check out her, her sewing, her knitting patterns.
Mhm.
And she has uh, she has a collection called Nina, where it's a pair of socks and
Uh-huh.
Nina cowl. And I was like, okay, yeah, I really like that. She has a sweater. But then, of course, I could not leave the site without checking out the yarn
That cow
that she
beautiful.
naturally dyes. I was trying to, say, okay, it's really pretty. So I purchased a skein of her. Not only did I purchase the patterns, but I purchased a skein of her
Oh, that's lovely.
naturally dyed, non-superwash DK weight yarn.
That's
This colorway is called Susie.
okay.
I can't say what she dyed it with. This colorway, Susie, she doesn't say. She says
Mhm.
all the colors are derived from a mixture of plants, vegetables, and fruits.
Okay.
Um, but this is really like a really pale chamomile.
Okay.
It's really pretty.
It's
I-
really pretty.
I'm going to use the skein of DK weight to make her Nina socks and pair of
Oh,
socks.
nice. A little closer. Oh, those are pretty.
Aren't they pretty?
Wow.
Yeah. So she, when I was, trying to check out, it wouldn't let me check out. And I was like, what is going on? It won't let me check out. I think it was an update. It was just like a Saturday morning. It was an update.
Right.
I was like, gosh, is it all gone already? I was starting to get excited.
Right.
And I messaged her right away and she was like, okay, it's fixed. You're all, what did you want? And, so I was able to, get what I wanted. But
Wow.
she was very nice and everything, came right away, packaged up really nice.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to casting on these socks soon and loading up a hoop and try one of the embroidery patterns.
Very nice. Yeah, all of her yarn sold
Yeah,
out. It's really pretty.
her website is, and we'll post it in the show notes,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
hellogabriella.com.
Yep.
And if you're on Instagram, Gabriella Makes, and she has a beautiful um, profile with all of her hand knits, her
Mm.
yarn, her embroidery, and just the color, the color palette.
Her color palette on her feed is just amazing. I'm like,
Yeah.
I really admire people who do that
Yeah, consciously do.
consciously. That would be so hard. I mean, look at what I'm wearing now. This would never. Oh,
Yeah, you'd have to switch everything
I
over.
have to
Oh, I
sweat.
really love, so I saw this, right? Where she see how she embroidered her.
Oh,
Isn't
very
that
nice.
pretty?
Yes,
I love that. I want to do that on something.
I do too.
So yeah.
Let's make
So
that a goal. Let's make that.
I was glad that that really made me smile when I found
Does
her.
that lift your spirits? Yeah,
It
I'm
really
smiling. I'm
did.
very excited
Just
to have found.
happy. It's just a beautiful, it's a beautiful sight and
It really is.
so
Gary,
calming. It's just so calming.
say when I open Instagram, this is what I want to see.
Yeah. This is really, and the yarn it's a non-super wash. It's
Mm-hmm.
really springy too. Springy
It's
and fall.
soft.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this embroidery pattern with these tiny flowers. It's so pretty. I'm so inspired. My sunflower plant bloomed this week.
Oh wow.
It's so pretty. Have you ever seen those little flower buckets that Joanne sells?
Yeah.
End of the year, they're like 90% off.
It came from that?
It came from that. It came
Wow.
from that. I don't know. I took
How
a
many
picture of it.
blooms do you have?
I have at least 6.
And it grew up?
I'm gonna show you. Yes, it grew up.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
So they're like little miniature sunflowers. And my sister who we lost last year, she loved sunflowers. Sunflowers was her thing. So I thought about her when I planted it. And the funny thing is, I had that little sunflower pot for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's probably not going to grow, but I'm going to plant it. And it grew. It grew in the window in the kitchen. And then I took it outside and put it in the big pot. And it just blowed. It just
Oh wow.
blossoms. It's really, really, so I'll get a better picture. Maybe tomorrow I'll have more than one bud that I can show. And of course I'll be repainting them in Procreate. Because they don't last forever. Beautiful. Thank you for introducing me to her feed. That's awesome. Awesome.
You are welcome.
So Brown Girl Knits has been doing her thing, all the things, and she posted something else that caught my eye. Brown Girl Knits is Amanda, and her Etsy shop is, let me make sure I get the name right. It is Brown GYRL Knits. So not GIRL, GYRL Knits on Etsy. And again, we will link to it. So I've got some die cut stickers from her a couple of weeks ago because I absolutely love this image of the brown girl knitting. So she turned it into a progress keeper. So of course I had to get that.
That's cute.
Isn't it cute?
She's doing pouches too now, embroidered pouches.
Yes, I didn't see them on her in the shop, so I may have to message her about them. She said she's getting
I don't know if they're a special order or not, but I saw one of her Instagram posts where she was actually, the machine was actually doing the embroidery.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you girl.
Makes me want to pull out that Singer Quantum Stylus and play with the embroidery a little bit.
How about that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It may work. It may do that. Okay.
It may do that. Doesn't do anything else, right? It may do that. And it also came with the stitch markers, like her progress keeper set. So, yep. Love, love, love that.
Did I tell you that, remember when I met Stephanie at the Ankara maxi skirt class?
Yeah.
With me and Wanda, and then the third student was Stephanie.
Hmm.
We met her for, in class. She and Amanda are friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she and
Oh,
Amanda are friends. And she says she doesn't knit, but Amanda took her to Fiber Space and
oh,
she
nice.
bought yarn. She has the bag and all that. I said, "Oh, well, we got to get you knitting. We got to get
Definitely,
you knitting." Yeah.
definitely. Awesome. Cool. Do you have any other acquisitions?
Yes, I do. I have a
Okay.
couple more. So another rabbit hole. Well, I won't say a rabbit hole, but on Instagram, I found another maker, DJ Fleesh
Hmm.
Fiberworks,
Mm-hmm.
DJ Fleesh, Fleesh, DJ Fleesh Fiberworks.
Yes. Hmm. I follow her.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I may have been following her, but anyway, I think that same Saturday morning
Mm-hmm.
that post came up, and I went onto her website and found a few things. So let me show you those.
Show me all the things.
Show you all the things. So she hand dyes yarn. She makes project bags and such. So I said, let me just try a few things. I thought this was really cute. This bag.
Oh.
So it's like, so you expand it. See, it's like a square per se.
Oh, that is adorable.
So like a ball of yarn can just sit like in there.
Right. Right.
And then it has like a little snap closure. And then
Wow.
she has her little, her
Yeah.
label in there. Can you
Yeah.
see it?
Uh-huh. I can see
I
it.
thought that was really cute.
That is very cute.
And I love the batik, the fabric.
Very nice.
So I got that. I
Very,
can't wait to use this. And then I said, okay, well, let me, try our yarn by some mini skeins.
oh, that's a pretty blue.
So this is Robin's Slurry, which is like a robin's egg blue
Yes.
mini skein.
One of my favorites.
And then I got Bonchon Versailles.
Pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
Yes.
Very springy.
So 2 mini skeins. And then she had a sock set. Blue Luna. So it's a sock set.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes. Wow.
And I can actually show you on her Instagram what the socks will look like. And her inspiration, I guess, for the Blue Luna.
Oh my goodness, these colors are amazing.
Are you there?
You know I'm there.
I mean, you're not watching what I'm doing?
This, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were still looking for the pattern. Those are.
That's the socks. Isn't that cute?
Are they, so is it self-striping or is that just the way
It looks like they're flashing that way. I don't
so,
know that she calls it a self-striping.
man. So I'm looking at some of these her colors are really interesting.
Aren't they pretty?
I mean,
and the yarn is super soft. It looks like it's a maybe a 4-ply. It's very soft.
Wow.
So I'm pleased with that. Plus she threw in, look at her little pen.
That's cute.
Isn't that cute?
Very cute. DJ
And
Police.
yeah, she sent me some eucalyptus
Oh, nice.
and some tea and some stitch markers. Wow, I almost missed these. Oh my gosh. Look, this one is like a little microphone.
Is she a DJ in?
I wonder if she's a DJ. Dude, what is going on? DJ Fleece?
Oh, it looks like she does socks too. Does she? Maybe she has a cranking machine. I don't know. Just look at these socks.
Oh, aren't those pretty?
Aren't they pretty? Oh my goodness. DJ Fleece, aren't you something?
Yes.
Okay, there it
is.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay, Miss DJ Fleece, I see you. I love it. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I have one more acquisition.
Okay.
So you know how much I love a sale.
Oh gee.
And
Where is this going?
I can never resist the hit from the B-side.
Do they just sit there in the shop now?
He posts about them when he has them, he posts, but I'm not on Instagram like I used to be. But I just happened to go on his website. I just happened to go on the website because I was looking for something else. I think because I'm still putting my colors together for my painting brick shawl.
Right.
So I said, let me see what colors. And I said, well, shop and hits from the B-side. I was like, oh, what? What in the world? So I picked up some more hits from the B-side. And I sent him an email. I said, Ryan, I love your hits from the B-side. I can never resist them. When you choose mine, if you have any bright colors, could you please make mine bright because I'm collecting colors for my painting. Sure. So he said, sure, I'll see what I can do. I can't promise, but I'll see what I can do. He went above and beyond.
OMG.
Look at that.
Those are gorgeous. What are they going to go with?
Perfect. Huh?
What are they going to go with?
So it's going to go in the painting brick shawl. The base color is cassette, which is his dark charcoal.
Right.
Like an old cassette cartridge.
Yep.
So I'm going to use this hot pink. I've got.
So are you using all his yarn now for it?
I want to use all his yarn. I have Champagne Wishes, I believe.
That's kind of champagne-like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think I have. Oh, and I've got the pink, the lighter pink.
Okay.
That I brought from the crochet project. So now I'm looking for some blues and maybe green.
You know that green, what's that one green that really it's bright?
Yeah. Is it something avocado or no?
Avocado. What's that? Let me see.
So I think he has an update.
You have it already.
I don't think I do.
Let me see.
But I'm going to pull everything out this week because I want to, I may hit the update this weekend so that I can finalize my choices. But yeah, I'm just like so excited. So I picked up, so this is the Claire DK because the majority of the shawl will be done in the Claire DK base, which is an 80-10-10 merino cashmere nylon blend. So it's going to be a super luxe.
Did you get the Tundra kit yet?
Tundra, I didn't get a Tundra kit.
Look at this post.
Are they still available?
Yeah, you already liked the post, but no. Look at that, the colors.
Yeah, look at that. That gold is shining.
That's called walking on sunshine. That would go pretty with
It
that.
would be pretty with this. And the champagne wishes.
Uh-huh. Because how
Oh
many
my
colors
goodness.
are you gonna put in?
I want at least five. At least five. I do have sweet potato pie, but I don't know whether I just
Like
see if
two.
this is too much of a, it may not be enough contrast with this orange. So we'll see. And
Um,
then, so this is the Claire DK, and he also had Sterling in Hits on the B side, which is one of his newer bases,
what's the
which
stir?
is, okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Hold on to your seat.
Okay.
It's 70% alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere.
Wow.
And these are the two colors.
On the B side?
Yep.
What weight is that?
It's a DK weight. So
Sterling?
this green, I think, is not going to be enough contrast with the cassette. I think it's too dark.
You need this green. You need
Is it living on the wedge? Is that?
I don't know. It's that green in the back, but you could use the
Yes.
teal in the front too.
I love the teal in the front.
I
Yeah.
know that's
Yeah.
like your vintage ice box.
Yep. Yep.
But I think I was thinking of this one. Maybe it is living on the wedge. Yeah, living on the
Yeah.
wedge. That
Uh-huh.
would be pretty.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm looking at. Something like that.
You don't have that one already? I
I
thought,
don't have
yeah.
living on the wedge already. I think you have living on the wedge.
Yeah, I got it in the I think I got it on the Stapleton and
Mm-hmm.
the BFL, the sock.
Yeah. These three are beautiful together.
They are.
But this space is super yummy. It is just like, so this is, I mean, the hits from the B side are a great way to know whether you're going to like the base. So these two, I may try to get another one to do a shawl. Like if I could get like maybe two champagne wishes to go with this and do a shawl, and this would be amazing. Right?
Well, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can get it. So if I could get, yes, I'm sure you will.
So thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it very much. So that's it for me for acquisitions this week.
Oh, I had one more.
Okay.
So one thing, I don't even know where I found this fabric. I want to say maybe they're in Singapore. I don't even, when I looked at I was like, Singapore? Where?
Singapore. You should order from Singapore.
Singapore. I don't even know. I can't remember how it all went down. But anyway, look at this beautiful little package.
Oh my goodness.
So I got three. I think they're cotton linen. It's a lawn.
Oh my God.
This one is a cotton.
On Etsy?
I'm gonna have to do some research.
Were you sleep shopping again?
I not know. But I got this one.
That is so pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
That is absolutely, you need to send me that link. I need it for the show notes anyway. That is amazing.
And then I really love these two too. Look at this. Oh.
Oh my goodness, that is so pretty.
Green. Look at that big blotch there.
That is really pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
It's watercolorish.
Yes, and then I think I'm going to use this to wear because to Dominique's virtual baby shower. You know, I have to be there for the the drive-by portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to her today, and I was like, "What are you going to wear for the baby?" She's like, "Well, I'm going to wear a yellow dress," and it just dawned on me, this is the yellow. So
Oh my,
I'm going to make something. I may be able to get the tunic length of the Wilder dress out of this.
wow. What? So
Wilder now.
that's the 100% cotton?
This is cotton linen lawn.
Oh, wow.
And the first one, the maroon one, is a cotton sheeting. So it's more quilt weight, maybe a little lighter than quilt weight because I can kind of
Okay.
see a little bit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But these are long. They're really light.
And what's the name of that shop again?
You just can't. I'm going to send it to you. No, uh,
I need it now.
I know you. I know you want it now. Oh, you know what? Was this at the fabric shop? That's why I'm like, I did not order anything from Singapore.
Maybe, maybe they're I don't know.
Oh, it's on Etsy. Here you go.
Okay. Nico. Oh my goodness.
See,
What?
at the bottom we have a.
Nico of fabric. Oh my
Let
God.
me look on my daggone purchases on Etsy real quick. It'll tell me. But look, they sent me this cute look. I mean, it was wrapped up in this pretty. I was like, I like this too. Where
I
is
know,
this
right?
fabric? Let me see.
Those are really, really pretty.
Uh, it's not coming up in my purchases.
What? I found
See,
it.
the bottom of my invoice says the fabric shop.
Interesting.
.com. Now I have been on there before.
So maybe maybe fabricshop.com sells their fabric and
Maybe
maybe it ships directly from Singapore.
you think I was a little more
I think you were dream sleeping,
I don't even
dream
know
shopping.
what happened. I can't even say.
It's all good. It's all good.
The fabric, the fabric. I'm gonna have to find this.
The fabricshoponline.com.
That's what I'm trying. No, that doesn't even look right. And I know.
Okay, you'll figure it out.
And I know.
You'll figure it out and let me know because people will want to
I know.
know. Not
So if we go to
myself, not for myself, but for the people, for the
right,
podcast viewers, they will surely want to
they
know.
would want to know.
They
Okay,
will.
well, for
We don't,
them, I'm gonna track it down.
we don't want to disappoint them. So
Nico. Oh, maybe it was an Instagram. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
you'll figure it out. Let me know.
Okay. So that's it for Stash Squisitions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it for stash positions. What's up in Jibber Jabber? Anything new happened this week?
Well, let me just say and piggyback on when we first started and we were talking about admin and we were talking about 20, this is be our 20th week.
Mm-hmm.
And, I said, oh, well, short of us, not going outside, we should be, conscious of others. By no means am I saying that anyone's life is any easy or negating any change or adjustments that you've had to make. I don't know. When I heard, once I said that, it was like, I'm not being insensitive. I don't mean to come across as being insensitive, to say, well, because there are people out of work. There's a lot going on, and I do realize that. I'm conscious of that. Of course, I have, family members and, beyond that are, experiencing hardship, and hardship is, like this change that just, just came upon you, and you just have to,
Mm-hmm.
make, adjustments so, abruptly. So I'm with you, you know, I'm with you. I don't know, did you hear Michelle Obama has a podcast now, and
Yeah,
it's
I
the
heard that.
second episode, and yesterday she I don't know when the podcast posted, but she was just saying how, the pandemic and, everything that's going on, not just here in the United States, but, around the world, so many things are happening. And, she just was, sharing how, she feels like it has affected her. And even though it affects us all in ways that we're aware of, but a lot of times we're not aware. So, she was saying how, she has kind of been like in a state of depression, just the consciousness of it all. So I don't want to seem, or I hope I didn't sound, insensitive by saying, yes, and we're having to be more conscious. Well, we are, but it's more, of course, there's a lot more to it than just, what I'm saying. So I just want to just, say that. The way it sounded to me sounded a little like short, or negating, or, off, like, oh, is that easy? No, it's not easy by any means. It by no means is it easy. But I do believe, and, like you said, that's the, purpose of our make along is, the confidence and hope that we will get through this. And I'm here on a weekly basis just to offer some um, distraction or, connection, because we're not able to do things and see people and go places. So, hopefully this offers some comfort
Right.
for you.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's a little jibber jabber. I had that. I was like, oh no, I need to get back to that, because I'm not, I haven't been known for that, and I don't want to be known for it,
Yeah.
now. So, yep.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks for saying that. I didn't think twice about what you said, but thanks for saying it. Let's see here. Nothing new. I don't have any new recipe. Well, I do have a new. Did I ever mention about blueberries, frozen blueberries? Did we ever talk about frozen blueberries and Weight Watchers?
No.
So Sandy, we always talk about my good friend Sandy in Tacoma. She sent me a picture of her breakfast one morning, and it was blueberries and waffles. Blueberries and waffles with a little bit of dollop of Cool Whip,
Uh-huh.
not Cool Whip, whip topping,
Right.
aerosol whip topping. And she says what she would do is just take about a cup of frozen blueberries and heat them up until they unthaw and and cook down a little bit. And then she adds a packet of stevia as her sweetener, and she puts that over her waffles for breakfast. So I did it with the waffles, but I try not to do waffles because it's a lot of carbs for me first thing in the morning. So waffles are like a treat for me. And but what I have been doing is using the blueberries in my yogurt. So I'll do the same thing. I'll do about a cup and a half. I'll cook them, stew them down. I may put some lemon zest and lemon juice. And sometimes I'll use the stevia. Other times I'll use sugar, just a little teaspoon of sugar. Sometimes I'll use honey. And I'll put that on top of yogurt and along with some low-fat granola. And that's like one of my favorite breakfasts. I only have like 3 standard breakfasts, and that's one of them.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, that's the only
So, so the blueberries cook down to like more of a like a what
like
do
a
you call
jam.
that? Like something like
Yeah.
that.
Well,
I like that.
when you get the fruit, the blueberry, the yolk with the fruit on the bottom,
Right.
it has the exact same consistency. It's like once the sugars, come together, it starts to get sticky and thick. It's just a yummy, yummy thing.
Wow. I'm gonna try that, because
Yeah.
um was it Sandy or another viewer had offered? Because remember when I was big I was big into the berries, and I
Yeah,
was using them for smoothies.
right.
And someone said, "Oh, well, that's probably why because you have to count
Yeah.
processed fruit different than just raw, just
And it's a lot of points too. Ugh,
yeah.
it's
So
significant.
I had taken those berries, and I too was, topping my yogurt with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, and just dump them all on my fruit, and,
Mm-hmm.
taking the fruit in that way. So
Mm-hmm.
that, and I'm not a waffle. Maybe I won't go down because I'm like you. I try not to have carbs in the they don't sugar, that doesn't work
Yeah.
good for me.
It's tasty, but it doesn't fill me up. It doesn't
Yeah,
keep
it's
me.
not filling. It's
Yeah.
not filling.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, oh wow. But it would be a nice for like brunch or something,
it
a late
would.
Sunday or, Saturday,
Yes.
um,
Mm-hmm.
late morning meal. I might try it this Sunday.
Yeah, and I also want to experiment with some recipes for like homemade waffle batter. Maybe I can find some gluten-free flours or just other ways of making it where it's just healthier, just like maybe whole grain flours or something. Because we do have a waffle maker. I don't have to buy them frozen.
Do you like the protein mixes? There's one called Kodak or something. Kodak, which is
Protein mixes for drinks or for baking.
for like pancakes and
I haven't tried that.
yeah, there's one called Kodak
Mm-hmm.
that Dominique was using, and we made
I'll
waffles.
try that.
I don't know if that's a paleo or a keto. I don't know what but it's called Kodak, and they have different flavors too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um Kodak, it's got a bear on the front of it. Kodak bear. Kodak. Yeah, I guess it's
Oh, I will. So that's like out of Alaska. So,
Kodak waffles. Yeah,
okay.
here it is. And they even have the waffles made up.
Oh, wow.
But
I
you can
wonder if
buy,
Mom's Organic Market has them.
I bet they do.
Okay. Because that's been like my new favorite thing. It's like a little treat for me to go into Mom's.
It's nice to shop there.
Yeah, and I had a like an aha moment this week, or was it last week? I think I'm going to have to go to the store more often than I have been going, because if I want to, because I do want to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables.
Well, you have to go every few days for
And
that.
I can't go. Sometimes I find if I just try to get enough for the week, I'm limited to frozen to make sure that it's going to stay fresh. And I don't always want frozen. I want
You want fresh.
fresh. I want it fresh. So I went. It was last week. I went to Mom's and I picked up some fruit, and all of it was just amazing. It was from local farmers, and I got some strawberries that were by far the best strawberries I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
I was just like so happy. And I finished them off in like 2 days because nobody else liked strawberries with me. And it was just the best treat. It was just so, so good. So
Your
good.
mom's is a really good shopping experience.
It is.
And you're right. I do. I go to I for fruits and vegetables, you have to go like every 3 to 4 days
Yeah.
and just pick up what you need for the next, 3 to 4 days.
Right.
It seems, I mean,
And it's
most
a
of the
tiny
time,
store. So it's not like you're
right,
in there for a long time.
right. And the
You can
produce is
easily
yours,
just.
the produce right when you come in. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had everything. I picked up some fresh turmeric because I can't get out of this flare, so I'm gonna make me some turmeric teas, and it's supposed to be really good for inflammation. And see what other things I can do with it. I think I can put it in. You can put it in smoothies, but that won't be happening. So I'll figure some other ways to use it. Maybe I can just slice it up and put it in salads too. We'll see. But yeah, just good stuff. Just everything was just really, really good. So Yep, I probably will go tomorrow, as a matter of fact. That'll be my
Yeah, I
outing.
love shopping for produce
Yeah.
every few days
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it just, I mean, I bought tomatoes yesterday and going through, they were the big package with the different kinds in it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
going
Oh, I
through
love
it,
it.
one of them was already bad. I'm like, see, in one, it just takes one to spoil the whole, the
Exactly.
whole batch. So what I do is I open them up and go through them and pull out,
Yeah.
even if I if I wash them, I make sure they're really dry because they don't
Mhm.
want moisture after, they've been picked.
Right.
My potatoes, I just buy just like a few potatoes instead of a big bag of potatoes
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I don't put a lot of my produce in the refrigerator because
Right.
that's not where it wants to be. That's
Right.
not where it wants to be,
Yeah.
So yeah, it takes a little more, but you get used to it. You just
Yeah.
work it and it becomes, routine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the Kodak cakes. It's a flapjack and waffle mix.
Oh, I have seen that.
Mhm.
Okay.
And see,
It
this
what
one
did
is
I say? Carb
100% whole grain.
carb conscious. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
try to get some.
they're good.
Okay.
And they even have frozen, waffles already made up too, if you
Okay.
want to,
Cool. Good to know. Good
yeah.
to know. Maybe I'll just start doing breakfast for dinner.
You can do whatever you want.
Right.
You're breaking the fast in the morning. So is your body going to say, "Oh no, where's my waffle?"
No, it's not.
versus where's my salmon fillet from last night? No. I do. I had chicken for breakfast this morning.
That's great.
From last night, I had chicken.
Yeah. I've been telling Ray, he hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but he loves sausage. So he takes his own breakfast and lunch, which is great. But he does a lot of walking because he works for the World Bank, and they have several buildings. So he has to go to all of them.
It
He's
goes around. Mm-hmm.
walking back and forth. So he expends a lot of energy, and so he gets hungry quick. So he likes his protein in the morning. He wants some bread and he wants an egg, but he's been liking his sausage, and I tell you, cannot eat sausage every morning. You just can't do it. And if you buy it again, I'm going to throw it in the trash. I said, you got to find a substitution. Find a turkey sausage, or just grill some chicken breast. Make a chicken breast with egg sandwich.
That's good.
Breakfast. You'll miss it for a little while, but you cannot have sausage every day. You just can't do it. So
He
tried it
fish
this week.
eggs?
That's a good idea too. He
Makes a good
do that
too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we're both trying to do better. Mm-hmm. So he gets serious about that. No, it's got to be this. So what about
and is it the link sausages or patties?
It's patties.
Oh, he likes the patties.
Mm-hmm. And it's a nice hefty because he gets them in bulk. So it's just this frozen package. And every morning I wake up smelling, so then the house smells like sausage every morning. Oh, you made sausage again. So yeah, I say if you cut that sausage out, you're going to see some changes because
once he decides, if he just lets that one thing go, it's going to really,
definitely,
it'll be a game changer,
right? And I said you'll feel better too because you'll definitely feel better. So we're both working on it.
Yes, we're all a work in progress.
Making baby
progress.
Yep. All righty. Well, I think that's all I have to share this week. That's a lot. I feel like we've been jabbering for a long time. I hope this is not too long.
We're both on Weight Watchers. Yes. I must admit, I haven't been tracking. So I need to recommit. This Sunday, I'm recommitting to it, and I'm going to start back.
Awesome.
I just got, I just went into some place else. I don't know.
Yeah, it happens. It's a part of the process. I need to get back to moving, get back to exercising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really been walking. It's just been too hot.
Yeah. But today is a beautiful evening. We're about to walk in another 30 minutes. So.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So looking forward
Time is it? I should go out myself. It's 7, so
yeah.
I don't feel like I've hydrated myself.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. I've been drinking water since we started, so I think I'll just do a couple of laps around the block.
I think did I pass Walker Mill Park coming to you the other day? Coming by you? You know how I came to you was from
Probably not.
I almost think I did, because you know where I came to you from?
Yes.
I
Yes, you
came
did.
to you from Steeplechase.
Yes,
way.
you did. Yep. That's the park right on the left.
It's kind of like there, but it's neighborhood a little down from it, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it's there on the street, but you got to walk down into it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought I meant to mention that to you the other day.
Yep. That's Walker Mill Park. Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
It is nice.
And walk with you.
Yeah, I tell you that trail. Ray said he thought I did too much too soon. Because that trail is so challenging.
You're probably ready for it now.
I hope so. I hope so. So, and I'm still determined to make it across that Woodrow Wilson Bridge before it gets cold.
Yes, you definitely have to do that. We're supposed to walk. I'm supposed to go walk over there Sunday.
Yeah. So the Woodrow Wilson Bridge is a bridge that connects Maryland from Virginia.
Yes.
Then under it that's the Potomac.
Yes.
Right. Yep. And on one side is the Navy Yard, and on the other side is, where's the airport in relation to? So the airport would be east if you're on the Maryland side. So it's all Reagan National Airport. If you can see Reagan National Airport.
You can see it from the bridge, pretty much.
Yeah. Yep. So it's a beautiful walk. It's a beautiful walk, and I haven't done it yet.
And Tracy she's walked down. So under the bridge, there's a whole nother trail that'll take you along the river, walking like the length of Alexandria going towards Washington.
Wow.
That's flat. It's flat.
Okay, cool.
And she wants me to do that. The walking flat, that doesn't
really,
I don't like that so much.
I do. I don't like heels. There's something about my hip and heels that doesn't work out well. So.
I don't know. I guess I like it more, like change
or
whatever.
You'll love that part. You'll love it.
We need to do the bridge stuff.
Yeah. Yep. We'll get there for sure.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so we'll wrap it up. On that note, we'll be back next week with more making. And we hope you all will stay safe and well and find lots of joy in your making as we have. And we'll see you in another week.
Yep. Happy making.
Happy making.